Bolliger and Mabillard is the most game-changing coaster designer out there. Yes, companies like Intamin or RMC have created innovative rides, but I don't think anything can make as big of an impact as the Invert, Standup, and Floorless have. In today's world of hyper-hybrids and multi-launch shuttle Gigas, it's great to look back at a time when people would line up for hours to see the new best ride from B&M. The Invert was one of the company's biggest achievements, which led towards competitors taking inspiration and creating their own suspended coasters. But we can't forget about the coasters that put B&M on the map, the Standup and Floorless. These rides were so advanced and brought something so original, parks were buying them left and right. Thanks to these coasters, B&M started work on today's show stealers, the Dive, Wing, Flyer, Hypers, and B&M's large-scale hypers that we call Gigas. B&M doesn't go without its competition. A big competitor is Intamin. Intamin also pushed forth a new style of rides which would change the industry forever. They made Maverick, their first Blitz. An Intamin Blitz is a coaster that uses the LSM launch system to launch the train at least twice during the ride duration. This model blew up and is found in countries all around the world. Just like B&M's projects, companies would start to use this system for themselves to make their own launch coasters. However, B&M only dipped their toe in the launch coaster market by building only one LSM coaster. While companies like Intamin, Premier Rides, Vekoma, Rocky Mountain Construction, and Zerrier built these launch coasters, B&M continued to expand upon the models they already have. But then parks started wanting something else. Parks found more benefits to build launch coasters because they could target every audience, unlike the dive, sit-downs, and stand-ups B&M had been making. In return, B&M fixed up some of their models to make them more appealing to the parks. They made their dive coasters smaller for cheaper costs and to pack in more tighter elements. Their inverts got a new restraint and featured new elements. They continued to make wing and flyers at the same rate because of how popular they were. Their hypers started selling less than before, so they would build them taller. And of course, they would discontinue the stand-ups and parks didn't want to buy any sit-downs. Even today, B&M isn't selling as many rides as they used to. One of their most popular models, the Hyper, only sold 3 in the last 10 years. Now this isn't bad because B&M is still making more than enough profit that they need to stay in business, but they just aren't innovating as they used to. Or so we thought. Behind the scenes at B&M, they started work on the Surf Coaster, their version of a multi-launch. On today's episode of Coaster Theory, I tell you how the Surf Coaster could put B&M back on top. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button down below. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out on any future coaster theories. Alright, so the wait is over. The B&M Surf Coaster has been revealed to be none other than a B&M multi-launch. I like launch coasters, you like launch coasters, we both like B&M, this is great. There's been a lot of buzz around the community lately about the Surf Coaster, so I'm sure a lot of you know what this coaster is, but if you don't, basically it's B&M's new model that is going to be built at SeaWorld Orlando in 2021, codenamed Project Penguin. Assuming everything goes to plan, this will be the first surf coaster ever built and the second launch coaster at the park. We always said SeaWorld needed to get some sort of launch coaster, and now they're not just getting Icebreaker, but also Project Penguin. Going a little more in-depth to this coaster, this model, as stated before, will be a multi-launch using the LSMs, the system B&M used on Thunderbird at Holiday World. As far as intensity goes, I don't think it'll be up to the standards as an Intamin because B&Ms are more on the tame side, but do expect some new elements and or a completely original layout compared to what's already out there. I mean, just looking at this picture, this ride looks pretty whack. Anyways, I want to get more into the theory. Why is B&M making the model and why is it happening now? Is there any significance? As I was saying earlier in the video, B&M has changed their business in a way by instead of making new rides, they focus on improving the ones they already have. An example is their dive coaster. Look at how it's changed from Oblivion to SheiKra to Valkyria. Because of this business model, it limits the amount of coasters parks will buy from B&M. Zach, what are you trying to get at? For me to explain, we need to go to a category of coasters I call unique coasters. I bring this up a lot in my videos, and I think more people, especially prediction channels, should start using this method to predict future coasters. I believe that every park should have the fundamental lineup of coasters, including a 200-foot coaster, a Woody, family and kiddie coasters, an invert of some sort, a launch coaster, a coaster all about inversions, and a storytelling coaster. Of course, there are others you can add, like a spinning coaster or a vertical drop coaster, but if a park is looking to build from the ground up, that's the lineup they should look to build first so they can have a variety and a ride for everyone. What happens once the park adds this lineup? Well, then they start building unique coasters. Unique coasters are rides not every park is going to get, but would change depending on location, competition, and how much the park wants to spend. For instance, say a park has already built the fundamental lineup of coasters. They see their 200-foot tall coaster is popular with the guests, their next addition might be a B&M dive coaster. B&M is the master at supplying these filler coasters. A company like Intamin makes a killing by making the best of the best, so the parks would go to them first, when B&M is willing to wait their turn to give parks a much different ride than what's already out there. If you're not following me, take a look at Cedar Point. They didn't start adding a lot of B&Ms until recently because they already had the 200-foot launch, Woody, looping coasters from other builders. CP built Raptor and Mantis when those models were very popular, which is the business model they were going for, just build whatever's trending. That's why they built the first 200, 300, and 400-foot tall coasters, because they wanted to stay with the trends, and that's how they grab attention. Now that Cedar Point has built all the coasters in the fundamental lineup, they're starting to build unique coasters. Examples would be a dive, a wing, and their second hyper. All in all, what I'm trying to say is B&M is not innovating as much as they used to, so in turn, parks are going elsewhere for the fundamental coasters, and then B&M has to give them something different. This is great because B&M is selling coasters, but not like they used to. But how does B&M take a step more towards the Intamin business model and start selling a lot more coasters? They make their own launch coaster. This is why I think the surf coaster is genius, because now B&M is taking a step into the launch coaster industry, which is booming. They can step in, build the surf coaster for new parks or even parks they've already worked with, and who knows, maybe they can make some new relationships and sell more coasters. It is a brilliant move on B&M's part because they are finally becoming a part of the booming launch coaster industry. All in all, B&M is coming back by playing the best game of Monopoly, aka countering everyone with a taste of their own medicine, a launch coaster. Well, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? What are your thoughts on the B&M surf coaster? Tell me in the comments down below. If you've made it this far in the video and are not already subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below for more coaster theories just like this. If you enjoyed today's video and want to see more just like it, click this playlist right here. If you want to subscribe to my channel, click my logo right here. I'm Zach from Theme Park Media signing off, and I will catch you in the next one.